Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and speed gaming fans, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament 2019. I am your host for this evening, Czar. I am joined on the microphone this evening by Monochi and the Hangry Canuck. Gentlemen, how are you this evening?
Pretty good. How are you, Czar? And Hangry?
Oh, I'm doing good. Just here for a little action, little fast-paced action.
I'm doing good as well. It's clear to see we have a lot of colorful names going on already among these parties. So a little bit about these runners. We have a 2-2 record going at it here. Tarnin and Arson have both gone 2-2 during the tournament. Arson lost to Edgeworth in the first round. He won against Mo in the second round. He won against DDG in the third round, and he lost to Fizzle in the fourth round. And we have Tarnin, who won in week 1 and 2 versus Spelldrap and Triton. He lost versus Wilkliosis in week 3, and he lost versus Falconic in week 4. So he's definitely looking to get back on that winning streak here this evening.
We have ourselves a little bit of a party divergence too here. We got ArsonHorse going with the 2 red mages, and Tarnin's going with the 2 fighters. What party do you like more, Monochi?
Where is the white mage? I don't see a free life spells for this too. Taking a white mage would like 100% get you life spell at least in Temple of Fiends. So both parties are pretty risky.
Yeah, red mage is going to be heavily dependent on magic for ArsonHorse, especially early magic. Tarnin going to hope to find some more equipment possibly. And I think the tail is going to be huge for both of these parties. We have got a countdown in the chat, and we should be getting underway momentarily. I'm sorry, Hangry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, depending on the magic, Arson's going to be in a little bit worse shape with the tail. He's going to need that tail more, I think, than Tarnin would.
I mean, but if Snook is level 1 on black magic slot, ArsonHorse is just gonna have a blast, literally.
Yeah, and here we go. We are gone. Tarnin changing his party around right away. It's black magic, and we have nothing. Well, warp, I guess.
Warp and temper available. Life 2, harm 4.
Life 2 red mage learnable in that slot?
I believe it was.
I honestly don't know, so that's why I'm asking.
Life 2 is learnable. Harm 2 is not. I mean, Harm 4 is not.
Yeah, that's correct.
Very nice. That's a very good level 1 spell to have. That gives ArsonHorse a big advantage right now, I would think.
I wouldn't say it's a rough level 1 black magic. It's with tempered. You got like ArsonHorse. You got 3 tempered caster. You can still like just man mode anything else with 3 tempered, pretty much. It's just kind of slow.
Yeah, hopefully it's going to depend on if he finds a good weapon in the Temple of Fiends or not.
Those questions are going to be answered shortly as Tarnin is engaging some imps. Looks like he wants the level.
Looks like they all bought silver daggers for their team. Or small daggers, sorry.
I think it was small dagger.
Yeah, I think it was small.
The silver dagger is coming up to like around 100 plus, so I don't think they have enough money for that yet.
Arson being the first one in
time here.
Temple of Fiends. Gonna give us a look at these chests. Got the bones first. Let's see if they have anything to say.
Oh, nice flame armor. That's a good start.
That's a good pickup. It'll make your fighter tough against Garland anyway. Oh, and a good weapon too, a silver axe.
Oh, and 6k. Oh wow, that's a great start for ArsonHorse.
Very comfortable start. Garland should go down without a problem.
Looks like Tarnin was just gaining some levels before he decides to head towards Temple of Fiends. Ooh, down goes the black belt. Black mage.
Are you seeing black belts here, Angry?
I don't know. Oh, Garland with sleep puts everybody to sleep. And Squint takes down the fighter. Blaze too. Garland's packing.
Oh no, Arson not even 3 minutes in and he takes a wipe.
Tarnin too. Bones with heat, it seems. TOFR seeming to be pretty rough here at the start.
The revenge of Garland has taken hold of this seed.
Now, with Garland being like that, would you try for turn order, or would you maybe head to, you know, a different town to see if maybe there's a better spell?
I think ArsonHorse just made the wrong spells. If he just tempered all three one a night and just swing once, I think Garland would have been down with the Silver Axe.
Bones with frost too. Holy!
Heat and frost. Wow, that is not good.
This is a TOFR to remember.
Yeah, I agree with Mono. You've got to get those tempers off and put that fighter at the bottom. Have him swing that silver axe. Should get through.
Well, we'll see what these runners decide to do. Tarnin's about to engage Garland for the first time and get the bad news.
It's got to throw you off when you're this early and you're seeing things like this.
Yeah, but those bones are going to be dangerous in Swamp, too. Or Marsh. Looks like he's tempering up his fighter. But not the one with the axe.
Tarnin going with the hit play here on the sword.
Oh. Put to sleep the fighter he had put the tempers on.
There we go, the temper did the job.
King with the chime.
And the princess has the crown.
Princess stole the king's crown, eh? Interesting. Looks like ArsonHorse is still having a little bit of an issue getting to... Unless he's trying to gain some levels, knowing what Astos Garland has.
Yeah, it looked like neither runner elected to buy warp initially, as temper was pretty expensive.
See what the real estate market's gonna say. Ooh, those are some pricey pures. Let's hope you don't get poisoned too often.
No save item here except the house, which is discounted, but not cheap by any means.
That's pretty cheap iron armor and a silver shield in the shop. That's good for the fighters.
Yeah, that's really good for Tarnin's party. It's going to allow him to hand down that chain armor to the red mage, and he'll gain up some extra absorb.
So what's the play? Do you check Matoya and Provoka, or do you take the chance and go west?
With how the market for the cabins and house, I think going to checking Provoka first is better. In case you get house or like cabins over there on sale.
Like
I agree.
It's like ArsonHorse. Oop. ArsonHorse is going to give Garland another try, it looks like.
Well, he did drop a house outside, so he's playing pretty safe. Don't know why he's not opting to use tempered on all three though.
Oh, first round sleep.
Garland giving ArsonHorse the business here.
Toya with large daggers and some gold, so that's
Yeah, I
pretty
agree
much
with Mono
awesome.
on the play to Matoya and then Provoka. We know that those bones are going to be in Marsh Cave, along with who knows what else. So let's try to stock up on everything we can before then.
Garland with fire, too. There's the squint. Misses. It's not doing much damage.
Incoming
Chip damage.
blaze.
Chip damage.
Oh,
Ooh, he attacked.
that's nice.
Garland only had about
Blaze.
80 hit points. There you go. Arson gets through. Iguanas with heat. Wow, these early enemies are looking bad.
It's just slowing down both runners, and at 7 minutes getting out of Temple, Arson's got a field behind here.
Well, Provoca happens to be crescent. So here is a key item and some cheap tents. So. Silver Cheerios for sale. Level 6 white. Not much good there except for wall, probably. Black doesn't have anything.
Looks good, because if the good spells are in level 6, you won't have any at level 2 and 5.
No, so this is benefiting the 2 red mage party at the moment, having bad magic that high up.
Yep.
And the confused old men were playing with some explosives. So
TNT.
it's dynamite.
I don't know why the old men are playing with them. They're confused. I mean,
Yeah, well,
quite dangerous.
Tarnin just saved them.
Who
Just saved
supervises
personally.
the sages?
Themselves.
And Arson's gonna be getting his dagger and a couple of bucks from Matoya. So no ship yet, but a TNT turn in, so looks like Dwarf Cave is probably the play to go next.
Who's pulling for that early Marsh Cave dive? Level 4.
Oh, I don't know if I can. I don't know if my heart could take that.
I mean, they do have warp though. So you just have to dive in and go straight for the incentive chest and just warped out. It's not too bad unless there's unrunnable in there.
And we do have the crown, so Astos is on the table.
I mean,
But at the moment, I don't think there's very many good spells to take him out.
we do have the TNT too as well from the confused sages.
So there is 2 ways. There is 2 things to do on the way to Elfland at the moment. ArsonHorse is about to save the confused old men from themselves by grabbing the TNT.
I mean, isn't that why they're spreading around just in case the TNT blow up?
I think if the TNT blew up, I think their little circle here would be pretty much a
What are
crater.
you guys hoping for here as runners? Are you hoping for a floater and a canoe?
What are we hoping for? I'd like to see a rod. Have Astos hold the key to something. And
Oh.
there's the ship.
There goes that.
Narek has built himself a ship. He's not destructive, he's productive today. Hooray.
And you give him some
Hooray
TNT.
indeed.
So now you got the ship. So it looks like Tarnin is going to see about Astos maybe, or the Kindly King.
With TNT, it must be something like the fire ship from Final Fantasy V.
Could be. Yeah, looks like Tarnin is going to give Astos a shot here. Spoiler alert, sorry, I don't know what to call anything else. Astos been drinking, this could be one heck of a fight here, folks.
Yeah, Astos
Wait a
tends to
minute.
have a really, really high evasion rate.
Yeah,
He
it's
changed.
hard. Yeah, he was drinking, he was in costume, right? Yeah, Astos is really hard to hit with physical attacks. I think even tempering up a weapon like that ain't gonna help you.
Oh, and a big shot.
He's got poison touch too. Poison touch doesn't matter much when you're dead, I guess, but
Gotta get down to Elfland and see if you get some more spells.
I agree, sir. Because I'm pretty sure you're not gonna get Astos just by attacking, not at these levels. Or you could crit.
That's quite. Well, it's bound to happen. You got many turns.
And there was a lot of tempers on that weapon. ArsonHorse picking up his ship now, so he'll be able to see if he follows the same path as Tarnin here.
Tarnin been getting all the luck so far, whereas Arson has been dealt a different hand.
Yeah, Arson really got held up in Temple of Fiends. Tarmin managed to get through. Ogres with heat. There you go. Looks like Tarnin's gonna head back for his ship. Yeah, same play out of Arson, going with Tempers.
Should get through a little faster as he's got more tempers to burn.
Yeah. Or, uh-oh, well, that doesn't matter now, I guess. There you go, Arson's through.
That silver axe did work.
The poor, poor black mage. Yeah, Tarnin heading for Elfland first. See what Elfland's gonna be, and it is Gaia, but they do have the bottle, so...
Wow, interesting. ArsonHorse choose to walk down there instead of taking the ship.
Hopefully he knows his ship is at the upper dock. He might be thinking his ship is at Elfland.
Hopefully. And then another play when you get the ship is you could scoot over to Melman real quick and check out what that's about.
Yeah, because they're still missing Provoca, so... I think Provoca would be one of your first one of finds due to the fact that there's a key item there.
Level 7, zap and stop. Nothing on level
Don't even look at
spells.
level 7 white.
Well, looking good though for ArsonHorse with the parties that he have.
Fairy has a ribbon. So does
That's
that
going to account for our loose ribbon.
So does that account for 3 loose items now? Since that was a turn-in? That wasn't a loose ribbon, that was an incentivized ribbon.
Yeah.
So that would turn 3 items loose instead of 2, correct?
No, there can only be 2 loose items.
No. Oh, I suppose if they get a cabin, I guess, then you get...
Yeah.
For the 3 loose, you have to find the cabin from one of the NPC. And Tarnin is making his move toward Marsh Cave, fearlessly.
He do have warp level 1, so it's
You don't have
not a bad
any-
play.
Yeah, but you don't have any AoE spells either.
If-
And we know
if-
what the bones were all about.
I mean, if you can run away, we're alright. Assuming there's no unrunnables.
And there's the bones. There's more bones.
Tarnin's
getting-
doing good.
Getting some good run luck there. Looks like ArsonHorse has figured out that his ship is at the upper. Not checking any chests though. Although I suppose that upper left is paired up with the one in the room coming up, so.
Arson's
Where?
making the Melman check, and he finds Melman.
Vanilla
Is this even
milk?
randomized?
Oh, wow, where he's walking. Take the inn first.
Fade level 5. Lit 3 level 5. Fade level 5 was in the first slot.
It is learnable by red mages.
Is it learnable?
Yes.
Yeah, that's huge.
That will be big. Tarnin doing some more chest checking, gets a little bit of gold, gets a little bit more gold. Looks like we're going straight for the wizards here.
So what do you think, chat? What is in Incentive Marsh Cave today? Could it be the adamant? Could it be the rod?
It's gonna be the ruby.
It's gonna be the cube. Because it's gonna open wide open. They're gonna get the cube, then they're gonna have to go to Mirage Tower. Or they're gonna get the floater.
And we're wrong.
And I think it's time to warp out of here.
Wow.
Tarnin's still digging. He wants to
Yeah.
check everything before he goes.
That's quite ballsy. I would have warped right there after that check with the floater.
Well, he does have warp, so if he doesn't come across anything dangerous that takes out, he's got 2 casts of warp too, so he's not just reliant on one person. And just more gold. So now, will he check upper Marsh? I wonder.
Do you have enough? Nope.
Nope.
I was thinking if you had enough warp, maybe, but no.
Looks like ArsonHorse is going to give us a look at Crescent Lake, which turns out to be on rack.
Oh boy.
Check the item shop. Incentivized item, maybe? And nope.
Nope.
So right now, Tarnin's got the advantage. Because I don't know if ArsonHorse is anywhere near trying to swamp dive at the present moment. Marsh.
Yeah, the sooner Tarnin gets to the air and exploring, the more of a lead he's going to build. And again, he was never in any real danger there in Marsh Cave. He had a couple bone encounters, but got away handily. I think those double fighters and their combined luck is allowing him to get away.
Sahags with nuke.
Oh, the waters are a dangerous place in this scene.
What's Sahag? The green Sahag or the red Sahag?
The green Sahag.
Aw, you only see them so often.
Oh, can you imagine if the red Sahags had it? Oh my god. Sea Shrine would be a nightmare.
Not only Sea Shrine, the water floss on on Temple of Doom will be a nightmare too as well.
Wow.
Will, good to see ya. Lord of the Synth, Crab Cakes. Good to see our regulars in chat. Shadow.
The match didn't go through, I'm guessing? Well, we have a swamp floater. Or a marsh floater. I don't know why I call it swamp all the time.
It's a
Oh,
swamp.
you guys,
It's a hole in the
Team
green.
Illuminati.
It's a hole in the green spot. It's a swamp.
Looks like ArsonHorse is heading to check out the on-rack here. I can't blame him trying to check out the towns, trying to find Provoca.
I don't blame him.
But he's gonna be disappointed when he finally goes to Marsh and realizes the floater's there.
We got a question in the chat from Meridian for recap. We had the chime from the king. We had Sarah give us the crown. The sages gave us the TNT. The TNT ended up leading to the ship. We found the crown, which led to the bottle. The bottle was turned into the fairy foil ribbon. There are going to be 2 loose items in the seat, and we found the floater in incentivized Marsh Cave.
And Garland was an absolute beast. Just for the record.
So we've seen a plethora of nasty spells already.
Well, you could say Garland
Bold
is
with...
blazing.
Yeah, Garland was blazing. And glinting. And glaring. And sleeping.
Oh,
Next recap is on you, Mono.
what? ArsonHorse.
Next recap is on you.
ArsonHorse looks like he's a little confused sailing here. I wouldn't stay underwater too long with those Sahags chucking some nukes out. We're gonna get our first look at Sarda. There's the rod. Did someone not randomize this thing? Who rolled this?
Indeed, who rolled this mess? Who could it be? The chat is calling for a 4th commentator to come into the booth. I would derive to Speed Gaming.
Yeah, get Will in here. Let's do a 4 comms.
I think if Will pops in, I'll bow out.
Be funny. Ooh, flame sword from the Cordial. Nice.
Looks like ArsonHorse is heading into Marsh. He's going to check the upper chests, which Tarnin didn't. So if these upper chests actually have a loose item, that could be a big advantage to get ArsonHorse back in the game.
Or like a Massa ribbon, it would still even out the game.
Looks like he found a undead pack that was unrunnable there. He reset out.
Fire 3. Oh, we have Elfland. We got Fire 3 and Ice 2. White Magic, we have Exit and Invis 2.
Oh wow, that is great spells for
Are they both Red Mage learnable? Or Red Wizard?
I
only
believe they were both Red Mage learnable.
And ArsonHorse got jumped by some bones and the heat is on.
Again, a tale of 2 runs here, as Tarnin in and out of Marsh no problem. Arson being stymied.
Bones with lit, too. Everything's just casting away tonight. Level 4 nuke. Woohoo.
And it is the Ruby. for 31,000 in L flat.
Now, really, that's not. It might be required. It might not. Would you take the chance and not pick it up, or would you take it a chance and pick it up when you have the cash and check those 4 chests?
Probably at the end where you're desperate to find the key item.
So you think you...
runnable arachnids in Marsh. Jeez. Alright,
What about
also
you?
not getting the luck.
What about you, sir? Would you leave that ruby check till the end, or would you, as soon as you have the cash, would you check it right quick?
I would leave it. There's only 4 chests there. They're relatively low priority. When you come back to Earth Cave later, if you have the gold, you might consider checking it then. It all depends on the items you currently have and what you know could be remaining.
Tarnin's dipping ice here.
Oh, Tarnin do have warp, so it's a good play.
ArsonHorse
early
found
ice
some
done.
money in the big chest. So if there's no key item in these 2 chests, it's seriously gonna put ArsonHorse behind. And there's just money. The ruby is just a petrified gumdrop. The Titan seems to like it.
Oh, poison. Was that images or? I didn't see it. I didn't catch it.
Well, Tarnin just noped out of there.
That was too fast. I didn't caught like.
I know
images
something hit
or
him big.
Oh, it was poison raid for images. One of those. I couldn't see which one was it.
Looks like he's gonna check out the Cardi Isles now. Rates had poison, oh my god. The enemies are just horrible in this sea. And ArsonHorse getting no turn luck, getting with them. Oh boy. Tarnin
The
just
big
found it. Nothing else required.
He's got to like that find. He has a lot of chests still to check, and there's most likely going to be another good weapon found for that other fighter.
And he's got a lot of tempers early, so that Massa can put in a lot of work for you early. Your fighter really doesn't have to have that many good levels for it to be effective.
With the early ribbon as well, we might see a solo grind here, perhaps?
I doubt it. Not yet, actually. Like, preferably, I think Tarnins would like to have Zeus gauntlets or mage staff before grinding with a solo character. Some AoEs to clear the mob off.
So ArsonHorse just picked up his floater. So at this point in time, he's got to be thinking to himself, Tarnin did this before. Tarnin going into Mirage.
I like this play.
He's just doing a quick chest check. What do you think he's looking for? Like any type of good armor, another good weapon for the fighter?
Some type of free XP too as well. I mean, the parties in here, any encounter in here is a good EXP chunk.
And you got the Mazmoon, so it's gonna tear anything apart, of course, because it's the best weapon in the game.
I think he might be trying to knock out chests that could be a loose item. And this is a decent play. You have warp, you can get out of here quickly. Which he does immediately after getting those levels, and now he'll do another dive. Unrunnable Nightmares and Badman. That could come up later.
That could be bad. Oh, Unrunnable Nightmares too. That's gonna make the trap tile in Ordeals. If it's the nightmares that made it unrunnable, as well as the waterfall.
Excuse me, that was Evil Man, not Badman.
Like Arson doing a little bit of shopping here. Has he turned in his bottle yet? Yeah, he has. He's got his ribbon.
It turns out there is a difference between Badman and Evil Man, as we recently discovered while sifting through some of the scripts for the game. Evil Man is assigned to, I believe, the magic group, whereas Badman is not assigned to any group, meaning a weapon like Excalibur will not be able to exploit any damage versus Badman.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's a good bit of information. Looks like Tarnin's
now
adjusting some
discovering-
armor.
Arson now discovering Gaia's Elfland, gonna load up on some spells.
Tarnin gonna check the second floor. No, I think Tarnin's really gonna benefit from this play. He's gonna have levels, and if he finds another good piece of armor or a good weapon. Well, Provoca's gotta be Lafane, I think. Not sure if we've seen the original Gaia yet either.
We did.
Yeah, that's Elfland.
That's Upland right here.
Ah. I was busy
Honorable
watching.
Cerberus.
I was busy watching Tarnin's black mage take a nap here.
Getting Ice 3. Interesting.
Ice Tree is the most powerful elemental spell.
I mean, level 4 is Nuke and Ice 3. I think I would just buy like Nuke and just forget Ice 3.
Yeah, the only real play you have with that one is maybe the waters are prone to taking a little more damage from Ice 3.
But then you
Yeah.
have to crit it to like go for it to get over 400 though. Ice 3 crits. That's quite hard.
Oh, but that's a little known fact that a lot of people aren't aware of, that the waters are actually weak to ice, not lightning, in the Sea Shrine.
Tarnin discovering an opal bracelet in the greater than less than room.
Wow, this was a big payoff for Tarnin. Bane Sword, too. Well, there you go.
Couldn't ask for much more there.
No, that was a good dodge. I bet you he's ready for Ice Cave now.
No, he's not. Not with the poison raft.
Looks like he's.
And look at this.
He's gonna do a little grind, I think.
Yeah, he wants more XP.
He's gonna get it from the vampires.
I'm surprised he didn't choose Volcano, checking chests while leveling up.
Meanwhile, Arson has made it to Provoca.
Ooh, Hue 3 and Fog 2, level 2. Wow, nice
Life,
spell.
but I'm not sure if he can learn it.
He
Yeah,
can.
they can
but-
learn all. Can't they learn all red mages?
Yeah, yeah, they can. But then Life 2 is level 1. Do you want Life 1 at level 2?
Hey, it wouldn't hurt to have backup.
Yep.
I mean, you got nothing else to spend it on, so.
Take a look in the black shop first. If you don't see anything there, then go with that selection.
Yeah, that's what Arson did. I think there was only Bane in the black shop that was of any value. So we're gonna get our
from
first look at-
pirates.
I don't know where Bicky hid these 9 guys. Did they just jump out of the walls or something?
I mean, the pirates, quite like ninjas, right? They kind of so good.
They just jumped from the ceilings.
Yeah. Ready to ambush you anytime.
Don't talk to Bicky. Bicky with the key.
Ooh, that is a nice find.
Especially with the airship, you can do some quick chest checks.
Tarnin discovering unrunnable red gargoyles as he is going into the armory.
Looks like Tarnin is just checking all the chests he can right now.
Yeah, the probability of getting 2 loose is pretty huge because he had no canoe yet, and I think he checked all that he could beside ice and
Cool.
Provoca.
Question in chat, Will, we have no canoe. So the waterfall is basically going untouched at the moment. It's going to be ground to be, I can't say it on stream, I guess. But looks like Arson's going to do a little bit of leveling here. This is a good experience fight. Zombos
Well,
and the troll.
To answer Tyranax, canoe, maybe, maybe not, because the ruby was in on the incentivized location, it could be pushed out the canoe that is to a regular chest.
Oh, canoe can definitely be loose.
Yeah.
Canoe and Earth. I like Falconic's thinking. I prefer canoe in Keylock Marsh.
I don't like any of you. You guys are trolling the players. What are all these locations, man? Come on.
I don't
Nice.
think. I don't know. Have we seen an item in Keylock? A key item in Keylock Marsh yet this tournament?
I have not yet seen one too as well. Okay. Let's try for one. Come on. Canoe in Keylock Marsh.
Mono gonna get some heat from both the viewers and the runners after this one.
Dragon armor. That's good pickup once if we find the tail. Looks
Wow.
like both players are getting good on levels now. And it's not like they need money because we all know the vendor item is the root. And do you really want to spend 30k for 4 chests? I'd love it if the canoe would be there. That'd be awesome.
Tarnin picking up the katana. That'll be a sell for some money. I think he's taking some fights against these flyers currently, as Arson is doing a little grind outside Crescent Island here.
I like this play. Get a few levels.
It's not worth it. All the encounters are pretty bad. Oh. Heading straight for, I don't know. Keylock chest.
Looks like Tarnin's gonna give Ice another try. See if he has any better luck.
I'm surprised Tarn didn't go to Lafayne yet.
Yeah, to check out Provoca. Oh, he got jumped by some raid. No, he didn't. Ooh. Yeah, because his Provoca's got a key item. Which we know is fairly important at this point.
That's a key.
I believe it... Yeah, some enemy had poison. The rates, I think?
Yeah, the raids have poison.
Not much there in the northwest castle. I like this play by ArsonHorse, checking the chests. There's the rates. Hopefully their script calls for attack first.
Quite a lot of HP too as well.
Fire 3 makes short work. See if the dwarves are holding anything. Pro ring, some cash. And that's about it. What do you think we're gonna see here? Think this is our canoe?
Might be.
I like this
Percentage high.
I'd like this to be the tail, I think. Arson now checking Canaria Castle. Oh, a pro cape. So right now, key checks are turning into nothing at the moment.
I mean, wizards, wizard staff and black shirts, not too bad, but it's not worth it.
Ooh, the crystal. Looks like the old lady might get her sight back today.
Apparently, he just had to chill the crystal, as Arson is coming up to Sarda now.
Tries to land in the cave. That didn't quite work. Ooh, Crystal Pepsi's good. I like Crystal Pepsi.
Images was slow. Oh, Tarn got away. Nice.
Tarn's gonna check the rest of these checks in ice. Ooh, Frost Dragons with some evade. Ooh, there's a big experience fight on Arson's side. The Peds.
EXPs! Nuke them!
Ped roast. So ArsonHorse is now level 10. I don't know what level Tarnin was at the time, but I think he's a little higher.
I think he's level 13 or 14 right now.
Arson with the more Peds.
Yeah, it's the I think hard reset going into Volcano 2-step.
Well, that's good. Tarnin checking the 6 chests here. Ooh, Aegis shield. One of his fighters is going to be well equipped.
He did find the dragon armor and the opal shield too as well, so...
I think he found the opal armor too, so I think both his fighters are going to be solid.
Oh. If you find that tails though. You gotta find that tail first.
Yeah, the tail is going to make it all happen. Yeah, it looks like Arson has taken the Pede fight.
He is dining on these feeds at this point.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. They're easy to hit as an encounter. I don't know why he's not wasting the rest of his nukes. Ooh, down goes the black mage. I get it right eventually.
At this case, it's pretty good, right? Because Nuke and Tempered is level 1 and 4. The red mages themselves are pretty good off.
So at this point, would you think about leaving that black mage dead?
I
Your
would
Arson
think so.
horse?
I would think so. Unless that's like fast, but he didn't see fast. I think fast was level 8 because he checked both. No, he didn't check the level 7 yet for the what is it? On-rack locations. But then
Ooh,
fast.
Mummy is with Bane.
Ooh.
Ouch. The ribbon's the only thing that saved Red. Ooh, that could be deadly in the waterfall. And Lit 3 coming out of him too.
Tarnin is fine. He got live too. Plenty of them. In fact.
Yeah. Life 2 at level 1 makes that a little bit easier to swallow. Yeah, mummies do show up in a lot of places. That's for sure.
Getting lots of questions in the chat from Mono here. Mono, would you like to respond?
Huh? What? What happened?
Read the chat. People are asking you questions. Recap, Mono, recap! Do it!
I'm reading, I'm just ignoring. It's still too early for recap. We'll wait for like an hour mark or something.
Never
Wow.
too early. Tarnin is out of ice.
Alright,
Where to?
ArsonHorse.
Gonna turn into Crystal, give the old lady her sight back.
See,
After robbing her.
Canoe. Ooh, the Oxyale. Whoa, Canoe is loose. That's that.
Yes, Canoe is loose. So right now... Well, no, Canoe might not be, because we haven't checked ordeals yet.
You can't.
Oh, that's right, you need the Canoe.
So Canoe is loose.
Ooh,
And you do have Oxyale.
so you
have
can check C.
Chime.
You have...
You have
Yeah.
Rod. Is it gonna be a nerf? The chance of it being nerfed is pretty high too, right now.
So the cube is probably what's going to be waiting for us at ordeals. That or the tail.
With a loose
Yeah.
canoe, I think you have to start prioritizing orb dungeons.
Yeah, Cube or Cube and Tails might be the two incentivized location that which is the waterfall and the ordeal location.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's still the robot in the waterfall too. Wow, a loose canoe. That anywhere. But I do agree with Sorry. You'd almost have to pick like. Now, would this make the mermaids a viable? Now that the canoe is loose, there's a big bunch of chests in there.
Well,
Would you
wherever
check
you go, whatever dungeon you commit to, you need to make sure that you full clear it. So if you're going to sea, you better be prepared to lose some time, as you're going to have many encounters there. Earth, you're going to lose time. I think Volcano obviously is the most smart decision, as Tarnin is going deeper into it right now.
Well, I can't see either of our runners actually going to full clear Earth unless it's the very last option.
Yeah. But then diving into sea, Earth, or Volcano, all three locations are right. The right play.
Yeah, I mean, their teams are pretty tough, pretty well leveled. I can't see Carry or giving them too much trouble or anything like that.
Yeah, with the Mass Immune in hand, with Tarnin that is, having 3 temper charges, I think it's gonna be a breeze doing carry.
Yeah, most fiends will go down in one shot to that arsenal.
ArsonHorse though, in his shoes, he doesn't have the Mass Immune yet, so he's still grinding. He just finished his grind, heading to Ice Cave now, getting the crystal.
He's gonna let the Black Mage die again, I think. No, we healed him.
No, I don't think so. Well, at this rate, he's probably gonna keep the Black Mage up since he revived them.
Looks like an ice shield was found there by Tarnin in the volcano. So that's going to add to his arsenal of fighter gear.
Canoe could be Ruby Lock. Possible.
I mean, like, there's a way for ArsonHorse to come back at this rate, with like the key lock being the canoe in marsh or in sea, which is still funny. There's only one key lock chest in sea, but it could happen.
He didn't check Temple of Fiends either for those keys, for those chests.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So it could be in there as well.
Good catch.
Because he did check all the other locations, but I'm pretty sure he never went back there.
We had a question in the chat from Will asking about where was Onrak. I believe Onrak was either in Elfland or at Vanilla location.
Onrak? Onrak was in Elfland.
Okay, thank you. It's time to bust out your Agama facts, chat. What do you got for us today, as Tarnin is giving us our fill? Well, no, he's moving right along.
I don't think Tarnin's really have a need to grind anymore.
I don't think he needs to grind.
Because he's gonna go through sea and sky. If he takes the fights as he's going, by the time he's done, he should be level enough to take on TOFR.
Yeah, because Tarnin is betting on the canoes lose, so he's gonna full clear most of the places. So that's a lot of encounter you can take along the way. There's no need for grind.
My luck, I'd leave one chest on the table and there'd be the canoe. Sitting in a box, all folded up neatly. Yeah, see, Tarnin's taking all these trap chest fights. So, good idea, I like the play.
Yeah, it's along the way, and it's a forced encounter anyway, and it's good EXP.
And you got the Masmoon, so you're gonna one-shot pretty much everything.
Go ahead.
We haven't seen the Game Changer either, and there's a lot of chests that are going to be checked.
When? What do you mean game changers? You mean the plastic sword?
I can't even pronounce it. Like, it just doesn't roll off the tongue correctly.
Exactly. You don't need it.
You got Masmoon, that's all you need.
The name is the Vorpal, and it is the Sword of Legend.
Yes, that's why it doesn't exist. It's a legend.
Tarnin is taking on Carry.
Looks like he's just gonna nuke up and go. He's not even gonna bother tempering the Masmoon.
Interesting.
Not a bad play. I mean, Carry's sometimes pretty easy. Like today.
And there we go.
And our
Team
first
Vorpal, represent.
Our first orb is lit at 4705. What's that garbage emote going on in chat? Looks blue. I don't know. Never seen it before.
No, not a clue.
You're outnumbered, sir.
Our numbers matter not. It's our hearts and spirits that matter, as Arson is out of the ice cave, and it looks like he is heading directly into Volcano. I like this play.
I don't actually. I would have turned in the crystal first and see if it's the canoe or not.
He doesn't actually know that, but I think he's starting to prioritize orb dungeons at this point as well. He wants that orb.
Yeah, and he do have like 3 nukes in his hand, so it's like it's a pretty fast cleared, and it's close by. I don't blame him doing this, but I still think prioritizing incentivized location first, and especially turning in like in items, is better.
I agree there, because I mean, him diving. I've done this myself. I mean, he might dive a few dungeons, and all of a sudden, the crystal slips your mind, and you don't go check it, and then you're missing something.
Tarnin is making a dive into Sea Shrine now.
Will he go check the mermaids?
I mean,
You'd almost have to, honestly.
yeah,
With the canoe loose.
I mean, even with the canoe loose or not, you still shorten levels anyway. He's level 14 right now, and you don't want to face Kraken 1 at level 14. Going down to Mermaid, taking sub encounter here, like,
Well, you're
levels
forced.
so great.
Well, you're forced to take these ones, so.
Yeah, but still, getting these EXP, getting your knights and party members to level 16 or 18, facing Kraken is much, much easier.
So now we have boat runners in an orb dungeon. Tarnin still doesn't have the key, I believe, correct?
No, not yet. Did not go to Lefane.
So that's gotta be on the back of his mind as well.
That's also in the back of his mind, the Andrak location might be Provoca for the canoe. You gotta go back and check the ship to it.
That's very true.
Yeah, I think I agree with Mono. I'd be more prioritizing incentive locations than I would orb dungeons at the moment.
Wait, we saw Provoke already, though. And I think we've seen Crescent Island as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do, but Tarnin did not.
Tarnin did not make the walk to Lefanish to find Provoca yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's thinking is the Andrak might be the
Yeah, 'cause-
location of Provoca.
exactly, because he hasn't seen Onrak either, so.
So, that said, who would you guys give the lead to currently?
Right now I would say Tarnin if he find the canoe in here.
I think whoever, I'd have to agree Tarnin has the advantage right now. He's got more levels, he's got a few more key items.
And he got the Massa too as well.
Yeah. So
He's ahead on the searching department, but then he's it depends on how C paid off and how Tarnin is willing to play. If he's diving Earth or if he's gonna go check Lefane and then clear it out key. If he's gonna go to Lefane, get the key, and then clear out the key chest, then they're even.
that cube's got to be sitting in Ordeal just waiting to laugh at people right now.
Or it could be the tail.
Could be the tail.
It's time to look at some mermaids. What do they have for us today?
Soft and iron shield, some money. While ArsonHorse taking on the red dragon. The canoe loose. This is the kind of seed where you can't leave a chest unchecked. But if Tarnin were to find the canoe, he would pretty much be in go mode from there, because he's got the armor and weapons he needs. Look,
You
defense
still need
sword.
to find the cube, but yeah.
But you know, he's got the crystal, he'd have his checks. If he finds the canoe in here, it's going to give him a huge, huge advantage over Arson.
Arson is nuking carry, much like Tarnin was. I don't think Carrie will stand much chance here.
Yeah, with 3 nukes. Probably 2 rounds and Carrie is probably gone. Oh, he ran out of nuke.
Ran out of nuke on his black mage. Going with the Bane strats. This could be trouble. Without the Mesma. Oh, and high roll there for nuke.
He still got 1 more nuke.
Putting the tempers on the fighter, so I have a feeling Carrie's going down this round because he's got some good swings in already. No canoe at the mermaids.
Ooh, 396 rolls, nearly max nuke, and Carrie's down.
Now you would think Tarnin's would have to kill Kraken on his way down. You don't want to double dip this place if the canoe is not here. Or would you think about maybe getting out of here if the canoe isn't here?
I still gonna face Kraken to clear him off. You got the Bane Sword. You got a bunch of tempered. Get the tanky knight to like just throw out the Bane Sword for luck, and then tempered up your Mass Moon fighters and just kill Kraken. Easy peasy, right? Maybe.
Do you make the quick sweep of getting the Ruby, checking Titan, and maybe first floor of Earth Cave?
I think that would be last on my list. I think I'd do all the orb dungeons, the incentivized locations I can do.
This is probably the last orb dungeons Tarn can do, and then this Ruby, and Earth.
Do have the rod.
Yeah.
But now, would you check Earth before you check the Ruby? Do you think? Or would you do Ruby right quick just in case? Because it's a quick check, you buy it, you go.
If I was in Tarnin's shoes, I would go to Lafayne first, check out what town that is, and then buy the Ruby, call back for Earth. It's much smoother in routing wise that way.
That's why you're the buzzsaw. Told you I'd bring it up, Will. ArsonHorse bought the Ruby.
Yeah, he did bought the Ruby, but he's going to check the chest that Tarnin already checked.
So he's going to come across. He's going to come across some good armor, but he still hasn't gone to Cardia Isles yet, so he hasn't got the Mazmun, so we'll see when he decides to do that.
Who's getting hungry?
Ooh, I love me some steak and wings.
I don't know. Nuke steaks? Radioactive, man. I don't know. Is it poison?
Hey, man. Steak is steak. Protein, buddy. Grow big and strong.
Radioactive proteins? You gotta turn into a hawk, man.
Hey, man, I'll do it. I'll be the Hulk.
Oh, Excalibur.
Ooh. So there's the 2 best weapons. Well, questionably, the top 2 weapons he has right now. The Excal and the Mesma.
Yes, very good weapons. I would feel comfortable diving Temple with those weapons, undoubtedly.
I mean, with 2 fighters, I'd feel comfortable diving Topher if I had a combination of the Vorpal, Excal, and Mesma in defense. If I had a combination of those 4, I'd feel good going in with 2 fighters. Tarnin doing all the check. Oh, loose cube.
Oh boy, now it's like everything is open. Where do you want to go for the canoe?
Oh boy.
Wow,
The sky is wide open.
Actually, you don't need the canoe now to finish off the game.
Yeah, you do.
Do you? Wait, you still need the loot.
We're missing the loot. So the loot's got to be in Ordeals or Waterfall, and you need the canoe.
Yeah.
You need the canoe to finish this, but everything is open to you, so what do you do? I mean, it's like, where do you go?
Question in chat from Dark and Drake about the incentives. The incentives you can select on the randomizer. You know what items will be incentivized, but you don't know what locations they might be shuffled to. However, you can select the number of locations that they are shuffled to. So you can know that you'll dive into Marsh getting something.
Yeah, the canoe. We knew the canoe has been loose for a while, so or VTA, sorry.
So that's one loose item down. We have one more remaining.
So basically, ordeals on Waterfall are going to be loot, a combination of the loot and the adamant.
The thing is though, for Tarnin, he might have to like dig in for the tail to get his knight to be really strong, because he found the dragon armor, Aegis shield, opal armor, opal shield. So he have to class change to get his knight to be really strong with absorb. But for ArsonHorse, if he just find the mass immune, he might just be in go mode without getting the tail. Assuming he doesn't go into the place with the tail first before the loot, which we don't know yet.
And he does have the X-Cal, which is also needing the class change. Let's see what ArsonHorse decides to do now.
Looks like he's making a right turn for... Nope, he's not.
Flying pretty straight here.
I'm confused.
Oh, his crystal. He's gonna give the old lady her sight back.
Oh, okay. Getting his Oxyale.
I think that'll point him towards C.
Probably.
Lots of chests to check, because he's done all the most of the key chests. We still haven't seen TOFR, Keylock, Swamp Keylock.
So I'm thinking endgame here. We have the fades on the table, if you can find tail. There's nuke available, there's a bunch of tempers. Who would you give the advantage to here for endgame? I think I'd have to give it to Tarnin at this point, given what he's found thus far.
If Tarnin doesn't find a tail, I give it to ArsonHorse at this point in time.
Yep.
All Tarnin now is riding on the tail at this moment.
But then if ArsonHorse find the loot first before getting the tail and he's in go mode, I think it's gonna be a really close race.
Well, Arson is now checking C. Slightly behind Tarmin. Tarmin heading for Kraken. We're gonna release the Kraken here. Moving the defense sword to his fighter. I like that play. Get some defense up. Take our OA leader.
Tarnin versus Kraken. The defense sword going up. Buffs coming out. Tempers. He's choosing to buff the second fighter with the mass fume. 4 hits from Kraken. 148 damage to the top fighter. Tempers coming out for the fighter again. Kraken only 49 damage to the top fighter. 3 hits, 452 damage. Big shot from the fighter. Kraken, no slouch on hit points for this time around. Nuke coming out. A pair of them. 2 hits, 48 damage. That fighter is soaking up all the damage. Another 252. Another 236. This Kraken has an abundance of hit points. 178, still not enough. 2 hits, 18 damage, nothing. More tempers coming out. These tempers proving critical in this battle. Another shot from the second fighter. 4 hits, 678, and Kraken can take no more. The water orb is lit for Tarnin. That is his second orb.
Kraken was beefy. Meanwhile, ArsonHorse digging out the mermaids. Tarnin heading back to Elfland. See if he decides to go check out Lefane or not while he's up there.
I think he's eyeing those gold bracelets, and yeah, he's selling the silvers. He's going to load up on a couple of those.
I mean, right now, Tarnin's armor and weapons are... If he finds the tail, he's definitely well equipped for TOFR.
Yeah, tail, I think, would probably push him for absolute go mode. Maybe the bonk as well. We haven't seen the bonk yet.
True.
Or the power glove.
Or the white shirt.
At this rate, I don't think we need the bonk. We got plenty of tempered.
That is true. Looks like Tarnin is heading now for Lefane, so he will be getting his key shortly, which will open up a lot more checks for him. Which, if you'd find the key at this point with the canoe still loose, you'd have to go check all the key lock chests.
Yeah, definitely.
But now, I got a question for you, Mono and Sar. Would you think about going back to C you're Tarnin. So there is one chest in there. Or would you make that a very last resort?
The very last resort. It's only one chest, and it's pretty far away. It takes like 5 minutes to check just one chest, instead of like the key where you have 5 minutes and you check like 20 chests. As we know it, there's nothing there, but for Tarnin, he doesn't know it yet. But definitely we'll check the key lock chest first, and then probably Earth before going back to like that key lock location is in the sea.
Looks like Falconic may be right here.
I agree with Mono. I think you have to keep going and prioritize getting through orbs and what you must do before diving what you are only theorizing you need to do.
Tarnin's gonna have a little trouble with these pirates. ArsonHorse
Arson finds a ribbon.
Yeah. Tarnin found that. Boat runners have 2 ribbons now. So now, if you're Tarnin, 2 fighters, would you feel safe with 2 ribbons?
Oh, plenty. With the equipment that he have, yeah.
Yeah, I certainly would as well. If you can find the tail, you pick up wall, I think, for
especially once you find the tail. You have life 2 on the night as well.
This would have been a pretty much jet seat if this canoe wasn't hidden.
That's true, but it's not. That's good.
Yeah, nobody likes jet seeds. We like to see them suffer.
I don't, but it's not like I don't like jet seed either. I just like to see a good seed.
If I'm not playing it, the more painful the better.
Arson making his way back in the shrine now. He's gonna head down.
Question in chat.
Clear out these chests.
C note, I believe no, the ship or canoe cannot end up in the bender. You imagine having a ship or canoe in your store? Wow, that'd be awesome.
Well, the reason why the ship and the canoe cannot end up in the store because it doesn't appear in your inventory.
And folks, that's why we have the buzzsaw in here. He's got the knowledge.
He's also got the cookies.
Sweet, sweet cookies. Looks like Tarnin's now going to do all his keylock chests, so hopefully we'll get to see what TOFR was hiding now. Because ArsonHorse didn't go check that. We'll see if Tarnin decides to go check.
Well, for Tarnin, it's make much more sense checking Topher key locked. But for ArsonHorse, he checked that way early, so it's kind of out of the way.
ArsonHorse is going to head down towards Kraken now. Ooh, Wissahags with Blizzard. Tarnin didn't see that. That could be bad later on.
Well, there was no nuke from the green Sahag was good, but it was not the red Sahag. Fuse bad.
Tarnin going to check to the wharfs here, which we know they don't really have anything, so... Hopefully ArsonHorse will check all his chests and find his cube.
Definitely, ArsonHorse is short on like he's almost full clearing everything right now. So he have to check everything.
So in hour 6, you're still looking for that canoe. You feel behind?
Well, in ArsonHorse shoes, he hasn't checked like Guardia Island yet. If the canoe is there, he might feel really behind, but as you know, it's not there. So for ArsonHorse, I think he's thinking he's really behind by like 5 to 10 minutes. And for Tarnin, I think he's also feels kind of behind because the wipe and the slow level up at the start. And without the tails, he thinks himself he's behind too as well. So they both think like in their brain is like, am I behind by 5 to 10 minutes on both sides?
Tarnin wants that black shirt. He's got to throw away something good.
Yeah, I'm sure Arson feels behind. He had a really rough start as well.
Yeah, Garland really gave him the business at the start. Yes, Demon Frog, Earth is looking good. So is Keylock Marsh. I like Keylock Marsh.
Oh, ArsonHorse just froze.
Uh-oh. Maybe he had to step away for a moment. Another play for Tarnin that's on the table now is Sky. He has the cube.
And here we go into our Keylock, which Arson did not check.
There's a lot of chests in Sky, and there's a lot of experience to be had there.
It's also the Womack. Free EXP too as well.
Did ArsonHorse get to the floor with the cube yet?
Nope, not yet. It's
Looks
just
like there
for
was nothing in TOFR Keylocked.
well, a gold bracelet, but they just bought like 4 of them.
Yeah, it looks like he's heading for Sky.
Avoiding Earth Cave like the plague, these runners are.
I mean, there's still Ruby left. Did Tarnin get the Ruby?
No, and ArsonHorse never checked the Ruby yet, so...
Yeah, he did bought it though, so it's fine.
He
Check
bought
it later.
Yeah. If he'd go
Another
check
thing.
that, and the canoe was there, that could really put him back in it.
That would
It's,
put him in the lead.
Not a big deal. Not a big deal, but the Ruby also adds to your experience bonus overall.
I think they all both activated the bonus already. EXP, that is 12 item, was it?
Arson got his cube. Yeah, C had the cube, crap.
And
Looks
with
like
that
we got
find,
the
Arson
gang
is
all
still in it.
here. Looking at chat here, but I see some very big, high-powered names there.
Yeah, shout out to all the chat. We always love seeing all of you come in here and interacting with us. Also, shout outs to Speed Gaming for hosting us today. Shout outs to our YouTube audience, who we also miss very much, and we hope to have some more YouTube exclusive content coming for you very soon.
As well as our behind the scenes, our trackers. Should probably throw those links up, I guess. Oh, sorry, you beat me to it.
We got Team Illuminati in the chat. Always a pleasure, gentlemen.
Alright, we got some sky checks going on. Will we find a canoe? Starting to drop some frames here, I think.
Yes, commentary stream has froze for momentarily. We should have that back shortly.
We're back. Doesn't look like anything of interest on the first floor so far.
I think beside the mage staff, I didn't see anything else.
Well, I didn't see all the chests because the screen froze, but he's still checking, so... You think if he would have found a canoe, he'd be pretty much go mode. You think there'd be no more need to check chests at this point for Tarnin.
Great.
Got lots of warp, so it makes checking the chests pretty good on this floor. And on the floor, 2 floors before Tiamat too. Looks like ArsonHorse is now head for his fight with the Kraken.
And yes, a reminder that we do have the Midnight Special coming up. That is going to be tomorrow. We have the Battle of the 3-in-1s. Monochi will be going up against Czar.
I think it's Friday night, so that's 2 more days, sorry.
Well, here in this time zone.
I feel like I'm in between 2 champions. both 3 and 1s, and here I am at 1 and 3. Do I really deserve to be in this right now?
Yes, you do.
Ooh, Sunsword. Won't be happy.
Also, later tonight, right here on SG2, we have Mazada versus Twitch and Chilled. That's going to be starting 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to stay tuned right here for that.
Ooh, looks like ArsonHorse put his Black Mage up top. Sacrificial Lamb.
He's still swinging that silver axe, though.
Yeah. He's taking that to the end.
I wonder why the knight is still on the bottom.
I wonder if he's forgotten about Cardi Isles.
Maybe he's just waiting for the tail, but
The
doesn't
Dukes
make
are coming
sense.
out.
But I mean, if
We
the tail's loose, it could be in there.
Yeah, where's the Bane Sword, though? Doesn't he have the Bane Sword?
I believe he does.
And with all the hit points you see on this Kraken, I think we might see a Bane strat come out here shortly.
I think he's just gonna temper up that silver axe and watch it go. Never
It's
tried to
not a
chop.
bad play.
Never tried to chop down a tree with a silver a big tree with a silver axe before.
Ooh, the knight can only take one more hit. This is
But he
bad.
better hurry up. No nukes, Bane. Go with the Bane.
It's
Little late
casting
for
defensive
defenses.
item. Oh, that crits. Oh, that was worth.
Silver axe. Worth its weight in silver.
Wow. A clutch victory there for Arson. I don't think I've ever seen anyone hold the Silver Axe for that long.
And Tarnin finished the spider floor in sky and nothing of note. But he's really he has everything of note. Really, the only thing is that canoe. And where is it? And if it's not in sky, there's only Earth. Keylocked Marsh. Did ArsonHorse check the keylocked room in C?
He did.
Did he?
He found the Pro Cape in there, yes.
Yep.
And it looks like Tarnin is digging on Sky 3rd floor now. I refreshed my stream, so I should be caught up. He's running into the red hydrants.
So there was an adamant in Sky? Was there?
Really?
I don't know. The chat seemed to
No.
say so.
That'd be kind of hard. Well, no. Loose adamant. Adamant can turn to the canoe.
Yeah. That might be it.
It looks like they did find the adamant, though. That's what chat's saying here. Chat must be way ahead of us.
Yeah, I am. My restream comments. I just refreshed it.
Right now, I might have to refresh mine too again, I guess.
Yeah, I've got Tarnin on Sky 3rd floor, fighting red hydrants. And I've got Arson just warping out of Cardia. He is checking Cardia Island, so this is fortunate for Arson.
I have Tarnin fighting Chimera and Arson checking Cardia. So I know he found his Mazmoon a few minutes ago, so he's got to be happy with that. But
We
it
can
doesn't
confirm
look-
Adamant was found in Sky.
There you go. So
Thank
is
you,
Adamant
Chat.
going to turn? Is Adamant? Well, Adamant almost has to turn into the canoe. There's no choice.
Yeah, there's no choice. It has to be.
So now Tarnin
So Sky
is
was the play.
so Tarnin is now not officially in go mode, but in his mind he's in go mode. Thank you, Trenton. We are caught up now.
Nachos, anyone? Also, it's almost time for the Bless RNG.
RD Platypus, the loot. Actually, Will is right. Will's got a good point there. Adamant could. No, it can't be though.
No, there's
Canoe
already
can't
two
be
loose.
There's only two loose.
There's already two loose. So the canoe
But-
can't be loose.
No, if Will's right. If the Adamant does yield the cabin, that leaves one more loose.
That's a
That
pretty
would
low
be-
chance.
Yeah, that would be a pretty big kick in the teeth for these runners. Arson going to Earth without doing Sky.
Oh no.
I mean, he did half of the Sky. Mirage. I mean, he did Mirage already, so that's like his chances like it's between Earth and then the last 3 floors Sky. He's gonna choose Earth. It's not a bad play. It's just not the right play.
It could be, like Will said, if that adamant turns into a cabin and Arson finds the canoe in here. I mean, the likelihood of that scenario is about as likely as the Vorpal being handy in a fight, but...
The gods hear your blasphemy, and they will respond at some point.
I'm gonna get a lot of flack in chat about this one, I think.
No, chats agree. We're good. No Warmac though for Tarnin. Fuse back.
No. Yeah, it would have been nice to see a Warmac. Because he's still a little low on the level side. And he really doesn't have... And he's done Sea and Sky, so... I don't know, would you think about a little bit of grind in Topher, or would you be safe at these levels, do you think? If you find a tail.
If I find a Tails, level 20 is good enough. With what the spells I have right now for Tarnin, if I was in Tarnin's shoes.
Mr. Fersetti, if you want to fly to Canada, buddy, I'll meet you in the parking lot.
Arson got out of Earth there. He's making the play towards Sky now. I think he just wanted to check the first floor and that Ruby sweep, as we discussed earlier.
Tarnin fighting Tiamat now. Shouldn't be much of an issue for him at these levels. Going for the Bane strats. Gonna temper up the Mazmun and chop the heads off of Tiamat.
800. Was that 800 or was it?
That was 800.
Wow, that's a lot of HP for Tiamat. 1.
Well, he normally has 1,000, doesn't he, in vanilla, I think?
I'm not so sure. I thought it was 850.
I thought Kraken was 800, because I thought Lich was 4, Carry was 6, Kraken was 8, Tiamat was a girl. And yes, Mr. Versetti, Herb is legal.
Tarnin, with Tiamat down, has the Orb of the Air lit. He has only the Earth Cave remaining.
Ooh, actually, we have a good point in chat by Krytel. We haven't seen the slab.
The slab?
Questions are about to be answered.
It is.
Oh, they gotta take the ship to, like, Onrak.
No, Melman was vanilla, wasn't it?
No, yes, but then Onrak, not
Oh.
Onrak, Lafane is in Onrak, so they gotta take the ship.
Oh my god, what a roundabout path.
Big plot twist here. And we know that the sea is a dangerous place, as those sea hags have.
Yeah, those green Zahags have the nuke. I think we've seen the herb already. Or have we?
Halfway?
I don't
I
think we
don't
have.
think we did. I don't think we have. No herbs.
So
I'm
they
not
could
seeing
actually
it tracking
sail.
us, so.
So they could actually sail all the way to Onrak, just to get a herb to sail all the way back to Elfland.
they can go back to the flying machine back then. The floater. Oh boy.
It's a roundabout. That's a roundabout way to get the canoe.
Best way to get the canoe.
And then you got a 50-50 chance of picking where your loot is. But your Tarnin's going to want to clear both, because he's going to want the tail and the loot, so... Oh man, yeah. You're going to have to make the big round trip. Notice Tarnin realized that he needs to ship. Yeah, looks like he's flying back to it.
Nice seed.
Wow. Then there they are. We're gonna see some nuke. gets away. Be an awful sin for him to get nuked now.
Yes,
Yes,
Green
dang.
Sahak have nuked.
Yep, they pulled her out earlier. Renagas with some frost. See, he's pretty rich with these Sahags. Tarnin has had, I gotta say though, Tarnin has had the better RNG of the two.
Oh, ArsonHorse still hasn't seen our Sahak yet. I mean, it's just Sahak yet. That's the adamant. Like, yep, go mode.
Yeah, warp out right away.
Still checking for the third ribbon, maybe.
Yeah, I'd be hard pressed to find out what he's searching for. This has got to be our canoe. I mean, it's the longest trek ever for a canoe. But it was built with love.
A Lupa?
Now let's see what the rivers have to offer up. I think this was the longest roundabout way I've ever seen to get a canoe.
Yeah, it is. You have to drop. You have to get the Oxyale to get the cube, and from the cube you get the adamant, and then you gotta sail all the way back to Andrak to go to Lafane and turn in the slab to get the canoe. Jeez,
That's wild.
Would have been something else if the if Melman was actually in the Lafane location.
It's time to bless RNG.
That's probably the only way it could have been worse. There's the R Hydras.
All right, come on, Warmac.
Let's go Metal Chicken. Or Metal Tyrannosaurus Rex.
They're the right color, but it's not Warmac.
That's not Warmac.
That's just air. Everywhere is air. We don't need them for now.
Go away, Hydrants. We don't need you. Well, Tarnin's probably going to make quick work of this waterfall, I'd say. Although the mummies do have... The mummies had nuke, didn't they?
No, they have toxic or bane.
They had something bad anyway.
It's instant death spells, but
It was
I
Bane.
think Shonen have 4 pro rings already. Should be fine.
More airs. Get it away, air. Be
Is it
swept under a
gonna be
rug
herb?
somewhere.
Is this gonna be herb or is it gonna be the tail?
I'm gonna guess the herb. Then you'll be forced to go back to get the tail, and then you'll be forced to come back. There's the loot.
Alright, Tarnin's in go mode. Is he gonna get the tails or is he gonna just gamble and go straight to Earth and finish the game off?
At this point, I mean, you gotta feel behind. You found your canoe an hour and 25 in almost. An hour 20 in.
Yeah.
Would you make the play for the tail? Because you know the tail is probably gonna almost guarantee you TOFR. Going without the tail, you're risking a wipe. Like, it's a slippery slope here.
Yeah, but you do have life too with Red Mage. How comfortable do you feel going into a Topher without class change? But you do have Mass Immune and a Knight in front for a little bit of tanking with just less tempered. No fast. I would risk it. If I think I'm behind, I might risk this. Like, and then just go straight for Earth, clear that off, and just go.
Yeah, because Tarnin's still got to do Earth at the moment. Meanwhile, ArsonHorse is at a sky with his third orb lit.
And he's gotta return his adamant.
And find out he's got to go for a long trek just to get that canoe.
Well, the theme of the tournament is sailing the ocean blue, and although we had a somewhat early floater, it still came about.
ArsonHorse gonna turn in his adamant, get the slab, and be like, "Ah." At least he's close to Melmond anyway, so.
Alright, is ArsonHorse going to realize he need to sail all the way up to Aldrak?
Looks like Tarnin is making the play for. Looks like he is heading towards Ordeals. Is he gonna do Earth first, I wonder? Pitching a tent in the air. That's such a good idea. A house on a ship. In midair.
Yes.
I mean, great views.
Tarnin drops the opal armor.
Yeah, it kind of makes me lean towards he's not gonna go for the tail, but he kept the dragon and Aegeus shield.
He's gonna sell it? Buy pro rings? No, pro rings is pretty cheap.
Yeah, they don't need money.
Alright, ArsonHorse didn't realize
doing.
he didn't have the canoe. Here we go. Boom.
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
The blooper.
Right. I think he made the same mistake that I did the first time I got some type of DC.
Now he's gonna have to go all the way back for his ship and sail all the way. I did that too, at one point.
Yeah, I did that too at one point, so... It's like, who realized they had to sail the ship just to go to get the canoe?
It's like, honestly, like, how are you ever an hour and a half into a seed and you still don't have a canoe?
Exactly.
I think Tarnin is going to go with the strat of one sort of meat shield fighter and the other damage.
Risk reward. And with life too, like Mono said, it's if he buys life 2 for his knights, which we don't know if he has yet or if he's going to.
Well, he doesn't have the tail. There's no way he can get the...
Oh, good point.
So he only have the red mage to go for live 2 cast. So I'm assuming at level 1 he should have 9 casts of live 2.
Yeah, but now that the red mage isn't exactly, you know.
And then the temper slot is also with the live 2 spell cast. So it's like, how many tempered and live 2 are you willing to cast just to get through all the fiends?
ArsonHorse finally got his canoe, is now making his way for the waterfall. At this point, I'd almost feel like you'd almost have to go back for the tail. Life 2 level 1, I mean, your second fighter's not going to have a good weapon. He's got the defense sword. Because you can't use the X-Cal.
You can't even equip the defense sword without class change. I think he got the flame sword and that's it.
Oh, that is correct as well. So, I mean, if you feel you're behind, though, you're gonna take the chance.
Yeah, I agree with Tarnin plays here. You take the chance here. Because he got the canoe so late, I think, like, he's behind, but he's not.
He just moved the opal bracelet to the red mage. So I like that play. So I think that tells me right there he's not going to bother with the tail. He's going to try to keep that red mage as beefy and as defensive as possible. And the nightmares were unrunnable. But folks, as we all know, the great equalizer is right on the horizon.
Yes, and it has been very equalizing in certain races in this tournament.
So you two are both the analytics of the game. How many wipes do you think Tarnin would have to have for ArsonHorse to catch up?
Just one. Just like around Kraken 2 area, then it's a tie. If it passed Tiamat 2, then ArsonHorse might be in the lead.
Yeah, I think one wipe is all it's really going to take at this point. Arson's being slowed down a bit by these mummies, and Earth Cave is always a bit of a slog, but it shouldn't take him that long to get through with the spells that he has. As Tarnin has downed Lich, the Earth Orb is lit, and Temple of Fiends Revisited is imminent.
What is he gonna do? Is he going straight for Temple, or is he gonna make the play for the tail?
No, I think with him throwing away the Oppo armor and Oppo shield, he's not gonna make the play for tail.
Yeah, it looks like he's stocking up. Ooh, no heals for sale here. ArsonHorse is now out at a waterfall, making his way back to the ship. He too has the feel he is way behind at this point in time.
Yep.
I think we're going to see a tailless seed this time.
Yeah, it's such a weird seed where both players think they're behind, so they're making a gamble for it.
Yeah.
1 hour, 32 minutes, 52 seconds. Tarnin enters Temple of Fiends Risen.
Gas Dragon, but they're runnable, so. Alright, ArsonHorse making his play for Earth. Not even go back to get his airship yet.
Oh wow.
Wow, how about this play?
He's gonna walk. Oh, Geist with Toxic! I didn't see that earlier. Alright, so it looks like he's gonna divert without the airship. I guess he figures it's quicker to do that than go all the way to the airship.
Yeah, I think that's his reasoning here.
I would
Tarnin
agree.
running into some zombie dragon.
I would agree with that reasoning. I mean, it's
We have not seen we've not seen much of anything on the boss spell or skill list as of yet, so we're gonna have some answers for that very soon.
Yeah, because we never seen a war mech, so we didn't see any boss script yet for the fiends.
What is the best spell you think Lich could have?
Right now,
Yeah, Lich 2. Like, what do you want to see from Lich 2?
I'd like to see nuclear right off the start.
I'd like to see Nuke 2 as well.
First round, nuke. Second
Second
round, swirl.
Slow 2.
I really want to see Kraken 2 come out with a fast and then just cut somebody down. And instead of Slain showing up, it should be erased from existence. No life spell can help you there. Oh no. You are being requested in chat, buddy.
So the recap is Tarn just got his 4 orb and he's in Topher right now. He's in the lead, and voila, done.
I love it. I love it.
Continuing to garner heat from the chat here.
Turning now on the earth floor, so getting closer to Lich. See if he gives Lich any respect, if he takes any damage on the way.
The bats is trolling ArsonHorse.
Looks like he's got the flame sword on his red mage. What's his fighter using? An ice sword?
I think so. One of them is using the ice sword. I think he picked that up somewhere.
That's another thing. I mean, he's only got one good sword, Namaza. I mean, that's all you need, don't get me wrong.
I mean, the only bad thing is he doesn't have fast. So he's...
Yeah. But like you said, he's got umpteen charges of temper.
Yep.
Going straight for nuke strats on Lich. Lich is having none of it, though.
Yeah, that's about 700-800 hit points there, plus.
And now to the fire floor. Meanwhile, ArsonHorse is closing in on Lich. Unrunnable Agamas.
I would say nice, or Tarnin, I don't think he's level 24. Yes, it is.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if he has that extra shot yet. TNT. Nope. Nobody found a Vorpal this seed.
Oh, that's the 24.
And I'm pretty sure I think I'm the only one so far that has thrown that Dwarple off the Sky Tower. But we're gonna see what Carrie's got.
Tarnin just got to 24, so that extra hits just came into play.
Will Carrie be our gatekeeper?
Really good timing there for Tarnin with the experience. I'm pretty sure that he was aware of that, as Arson is coming up to Lich now. Not very far behind at all.
Tarnin just going with tempers and nukes on Carrie. Try to get her down quick before she comes up with something nasty. And we get double fiend kill. And now ArsonHorse has all 4 orbs lit. Now you gotta think he's going straight in.
Oh, look at ArsonHorse. He's so used to like getting his airship, and he just walks straight to the airship spot. That's the way you know the players plays a lot of game.
Oh, Tarnin ambushed by Wizzahags, loses his red mage.
Danger.
No tempers. No life 2. No hope. No chance. No chance in hell.
He's
don't
got
know about
defense
that.
sword. He's got
He
hope.
got defense sword. Little bit of hope. No bonks is the thing I'm worried about.
Let's hope one of these fiends doesn't have some high absorb. This could be what ArsonHorse needs, because I think ArsonHorse is about to enter Temple of Fiends. Not even going back for the airship. I like that play. That was pretty smart on his part.
Yeah, he's in Topher. He's
Looks
good.
like Kraken took on Kraken with nuclear!
And he took out the fighter with the mass immune. Oh boy.
Oh my god. It's gonna be a slog of a fight. It's gonna be a real slobber knocker.
I don't think it could be, because he have no healing spells. Kraken sooner or later is gonna go back to nuclear again.
Nuclear.
Oh no, and here we go.
I'm sorry.
Arson takes the lead.
I didn't say anything.
Tarnin heading for the tail. Oh
What a
boy.
figure.
What a turn of events, folks. Will ArsonHorse see the same fate as Tarnin?
It's his race to lose at this point. He's got a little lower HP overall with the red mages, but it also gives him a little more healing.
And he's got 2 red mages for life too. Not just 1.
Yeah, I'm surprised ArsonHorse put both of the ribbon on the 2 of the red mages.
And he's
I don't
getting the business by these zombie dragons.
Don't think he's too worried about that black mage at this point in time.
Yeah, I'm talking about the fighter.
Oh, zombie dragons are loaded. Finally gets away. And hits 2 more. And while Tarnin making his way through ordeals. So what do you think of the play, Mon? Do you think Tarnin going back for the tail is gonna either cost him, or is it gonna give him the win?
It's already cost him wiping to Kraken already. Going to get tail is the right play right now. But then like wiping at the Kraken 2 area got him behind ArsonHorse.
Oh, Worms with Glance takes out the fighter.
Punting worms now? Is that unrunnable, or he's just fighting them?
He's
for
just
levels?
fighting them, I think.
Interesting.
Meanwhile, Tarnin quickly makes it through ordeals. So I think if ArsonHorse doesn't put a little bit of a move on here, I bet you Tarnin's pretty happy he didn't throw the dragon armor and Aegis shield away now. But this is probably why he didn't. He knew if Topher was going to be rough, he'd have to go back for the tail. ArsonHorse now on the earth floor. I don't know, with the 2 life too, I like ArsonHorse's chances right now. Can't seem to run from anything though.
It's his race to lose at this point. He's having that fighter swing because he can't run. He seems to be taking a little encounters here and there. I think he's still a little worried about his levels.
Well, that would have been the encounter to take right there. He had first strike on it and everything. And with the heal 3.
Incentive ordeals. Incentive ordeals is the herb.
The herb, so we still gotta go back and talk to the prince. Even more time lost. Meanwhile, these 3 nukes on ArsonHorse is gonna do some work.
Yeah, it depends on like how much HP Kraken 2 have. If you just go out swinging with 3 nukes and swings, you might get Kraken 2 before Kraken 2 get him. And then just
Kraken 2 come out with... I think Kraken 2 hit once, then come out with nuclear. So nuclear is his first skill.
Yeah, and then we saw another nuclear, right? I wonder if that's 2 skills instead of like just 1.
I would have to think that would be 2 skills. That would be both nuclears on the same guy.
I didn't like the 2 nukes there from Arson on Lich. You gotta save those spell charges for deeper.
I agree, he probably could have swung a sword and got rid of Lich easier, but... I think he's worried about if something bad... Ooh, Gary was paper thin.
Carry was 400 HP, jeez.
Oh, got a first strike against the waters.
Oh wow. Here we go. ArsonHorse Knight is only like level, what, 21?
Yeah, he's low. Waters with Dazzle. Gets away.
Oh, take the wrong steps.
Ambushed by the seafood. I guess, would this be called the seafood even though there's no snakes there?
Well, lobsters are seafood. I don't know about sea trolls though.
Lobsters are good.
With just lobsters, it's the seafood party pack light.
What murdered Tarnin? Double nuclear Kraken 2.
But I think what wiped his mages was can't remember now.
What wiped his mages is... I think it was one of the Sahag, the green Sahag with blizzards. There was 6 of them.
Oh, down goes the black mage. No big deal.
I mean, not the
What's
green
water
Sahag.
for?
It's the, what is it, wizard Sahag? My bad on the name.
Looks like Tarnin is now gonna try. He's going the wrong way, Arson. Arson, turn around.
Oh no, Arson!
I think the nerve is getting to him.
Yeah, he's gotta be. He's like, where's the dot done? Why is there no dot done yet?
Tarnin getting life 2 on the knights. That's big for him. He don't have any spell charges yet.
Yeah, he needs to level up 2 times, right?
He put a ribbon on his fighter. Alright, he's tempering up and nuking.
Looked right to me. That's what I would do too. 2
If
nukes.
Kraken's paper tin. Oh, there's a nuclear. Low roll, low roll. Oh, low rolls.
Keep nuking. No heal. Yeah,
No,
there we go.
No, don't heal. Oh, he's gonna heal.
That's-
Kraken's tough. Oh, in a row!
Oh boy.
Oh man, he can get through though. He does have the white. He does have the red mage alive. No, don't. Oh, you can't defend. You gotta go for it.
Oh no!
Yeah, I agree with you there. You gotta go for it.
You gotta go for it.
8, that's good. That's
That
good.
nuclear's gonna come around again.
Oh, the ink again. 2 ink and 2 nuclears.
Oh, and down goes Kraken.
Wow, that was close.
That was clutch. This could be what wins him the game. Those low rolls on that first nuclear. Save the 1 red mage.
That double ink. Wow.
What a script. Looks like Tarnin's going to try to get a few levels for those life spells. Little does he know, though, it's going to cost him. No,
He has to
Arson wipes. Yeah, so we think both nuclears are out of the pile, but there's still an awful lot of nukes and bad other things coming. He's gonna temper up his fighter. Take a swing for his 329.
Yeah. TM at 2 does not have any absorb.
So just a couple of tempers, you just go swing, and I wouldn't even put any more tempers on him. Yeah, there you go. Come out fighting.
I
Question
think
chat about
Fast is level 7 or level 8. There's access to Fast, but it's just not the right levels.
Alright, ArsonHorse. Heading for the big fella. Ambushed by something he can't run from, though. Meanwhile,
There are 4 copies of nuclears. I mean, nuclears. 3, I think. There's only 3, right?
yeah, but I think there's only 2 that are in the boss scripts, though. I think nuclear is out on a random enemy somewhere.
Yeah, I think so too.
I can't think of which one it is, but
I know there's nuke on the evil man, but I'm not too sure about the nuclear.
alright, his fighter's only level 23. Sorry, you want to take the call, buddy?
Arson engaging Chaos now. He's going to get those defensive and offensive buffs up right away. Zap coming out immediately. 2 mages are down. That's going to cut in his strategy. He's going to temper again. Another defense sword coming out. And the nuke coming out! Chaos extremely aggressive. What does he do now? Another defense. Stun, not effective. He's going to go with another defense. That's 4 defense swords. 3 is optimal. Now he's going to come and engage with the Mass Mune. 4 hits, 240 damage. Another shot. 4 hits, 105 damage. Chaos with a shot. Misses. Fire 3 comes out. The fighter is down to a knee. 2 hits, 9 damage. He's going to need some crits. Like 2. Massa not getting it done right now. Stop comes out. Ineffective. Another shot from Mass Mune. 2x 156 with a crit. Zap. Ineffective. Chaos with another shot. It looks like he's cycled around his spells already. 4 hits, 2 hits, 4. He gets the crit. 4 hits, 105. Another nuke, and ArsonHorse wipes at Chaos.
Oh
Holy
my!
moly.
What a race! Wow. And Tarnin's gonna feel. Oh man, this is intense.
Yeah, this is really something here. We have a nasty Kraken 2 and an extremely aggressive Chaos. Wow. So at this point, you got to give an edge to Tarnin with the slightly better equipment, slightly better hit points on his knights.
The thing is though, not just slightly better hit point, but live 2 spells on the knight as well.
Did he get charges now?
I think he did.
Oh, an Arson ambushed by some zombie dragons.
So we're just past the 150 mark now. I think both runners are starting to realize that the other is probably here and fighting an uphill battle. So, Mono, Hangry, you've seen what we have to deal with here. What's your strategy for Chaos? Let's address Kraken 2 later. Let's just talk Chaos for now.
Hope the zap misses, because you only got 2 ribbons, no wall. You gotta keep one on your fighter, one on your red mage. It's gonna be rough though with that nuke right after. Like, you almost can't prepare for that combo.
I think you have to try and get those tempers off as fast as possible. Get your 3 defense swords up, and just pray after that. Hope you get the crit loop, maybe.
What would you do there, Buzzsaw?
I think we've lost the buzzsaw. I think all this action was too much for him and he had to step away.
Yeah? Yeah. I know, I'm starting to sweat a little bit, and I'm not even playing the seed.
Tarnin now, carry 2 is down again. ArsonHorse right behind him. And we saw nuclear come out there from carry, so we know that that's off the table now.
So we know where the 3 nuclears are.
That doesn't bode well. That's going to take more resources, more time to heal as you get down. If you have to see that from carry, let alone if you can get by Kraken 2. If damage rolls are bad, you might have to get levels past 700 hit points here.
Definitely a possibility. Tarnin getting ambushed by the lobsters and sea trolls.
Arson's going to throw out the nukes here again. He wants Lich 2 down early.
Oh, we haven't seen. Well, we know we haven't seen nothing bad out of Lich because he really hasn't gotten a chance. But
Tarnin's making his way through this very dangerous water floor. We have these wizard tags with Blizzard here, let alone the waters and the seafood fun party pack. Those lobsters are hitting hard. He gets a good run up to Kraken 2 though.
oh, and Arson's going to be slowed down by some Agamas here.
Here
Got
we
a
go.
fade
Tarnin
charge
versus K2. There's the first nuclear. The damage rolls are slightly above average on the second fighter and the mage. He
Favorable.
did get a lot of damage in that round. And K2 is down. That first round was huge for him. He got a lot of damage off.
Probably thinking to himself, he's almost out of the wood. Tisk, tisk, tisk. We know what he's in store for.
He's much better equipped for it.
Without a ribbon, if Zap's gonna hit, it's gonna hit. He's not
I
even
don't
putting
think
up
he picked up
defenses.
wall.
No, he didn't. Depends now where he's gonna put his ribbons. If he put his ribbons on his 2 mages...
Tiamat too with paper hit points.
yeah, but you're probably still gonna want a ribbon on a black mage. He got your tempers.
Looks like he did get fade.
Yeah, ArsonHorse did pick up Fade, I saw that. Yeah, Chaos has Zap and Nuke. And it seems to me he went through his spell list pretty quick.
I think we saw a Lightning 2 in there. That's not a big deal, but it kind of helps him to gauge where he might be cycling. Tarnin wiped on Kraken. He has not seen Chaos yet.
Here we go, folks. Didn't change any ribbons, so I don't know who's got what.
He leaves the Knight up top for the strat to absorb.
Oh. And the Zap misses everybody.
That's huge. Very lucky there for Tarnin. Another swing from Massa. Still not doing that much damage. There's the nuke.
There's the Nuke.
Look at those
What?
damage rolls.
Black Mage down.
Excalibur coming out. Excalibur's not going to do much. Or it's 582. Big shot from Massa there.
Chaos with the Blizzard. ArsonHorse making his way for Tiamat 2.
It's getting tense here. Another heal 3 comes out. We know Chaos is going to beat through that spell list quickly. Stun coming out.
Taps do a good damage with that Mazmun, so...
Fire 3. I don't think we saw that earlier. And
Down goes
there it is.
Chaos.
get your GGs out for Tarnin. Sticking out this race. Official SRL time. 1:56.59.
That was something else, folks. Something else. ArsonHorse just made it through Tiamat 2. See if
What
we
a
can get
tempo.
Tarnin in here for an interview.
What an adjustment there by Tarnin. We were questioning if it was the right move to go get the tail. Some were saying it was, some were saying it was not. I think clearly it proved that it was the correct move. Arson's now going through his gear. He's gonna think about how he's gonna set up for chaos.
He didn't class change, so he can't equip that black shirt. So let's see if he gets the same zap luck. Because we know Chaos comes out with zap first round.
He's gonna get 2 tempers out, and there's zap.
Well, we got the black
Mage
mage,
goes
so that's good.
This is looking good for Arson. He's gonna be able to get these tempers off. The nuke comes out. Good damage rolls on that nuke. He survives with pretty good amount of hit points left. This is where the 2 heal 3s are going to come in huge.
Yep, just heal and swing away now.
Oh, and a big shot by Chaos downs the red mage. Big shot from Mass at 557. Temper to the fighter.
No, don't temper in defense. You gotta go. Hold A to win, buddy. Hold A to win. Down, get your GGs out.
GG ArsonHorse. What a temple.
What a turn of
This is-
events.
In second place with official SRL time, 1:58:56. We hope to have both runners in here momentarily. This was a very, very close race, very entertaining to watch. We had thrills, chills, and spills from start to finish,
That
and it was anyone's race.
Topher just could have been anybody.
I'm thinking
Wow.
if Arson didn't have that terrible start, this may well have been his race.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have got that bad zap luck off the scrap. And I believe we have...
Joined by ArsonHorse. GG Arson.
Yeah, GG. It was interesting. A lot of dangerous stuff kind of everywhere, and the hunt for the loot lasted a long time.
I was more thinking about the canoe.
Yeah, canoe was a bummer, but loot was the last piece of the puzzle.
Tell us about that early game. You had some just atrocious luck early. You were able to adjust.
Yeah, like, Garland was really dangerous, and it was too expensive for houses, so I'm like, well, I think my best bet is to try to get a clean run from Topher to get back, get a house, save, then take my best shot at Garland, because level 1 magic was kind of bum outside of the life 2 and temper, but that's not really helpful until middle of the game. So the goal was just to get Garland over, but it was rough go there.
You seemed to have a rough go at every turn that you encountered, and you still were contending throughout this race. Were you worried about the tail? Were you worried about your equipment at all?
Not by the time I found loot. I knew I had temper, I had massa, I had enough levels I felt where I'd have a good shot. I had nuke charges, I had fade, and had the defense sword. So I figured, even against that first chaos, right? If I could have gotten off 3 or 4 tempers, it would have been an entirely different game. Like, I probably would have killed him, but sometimes chaos just has nuke zaps to your party members, and then you don't have time to heal up. So that's how it goes sometimes.
It was rough. We had a very atomic squid there as well. Back-to-back nuclears. This was not an easy temple by any means at all. There were some very nasty gatekeepers here.
It was a rough one, but at least Kraken had pretty low health. Chaos had pretty low health too, so he was definitely doable if you didn't get a little unlucky with the zap, which I did first time. So second time was just like a charm.
Yeah, Tarnin entered Temple of Fiends before you. But his 2 mages got wiped on before he got the Kraken. Kraken 2, and then Kraken 2 finished him off.
Gotcha.
Double nuke, I think.
The double nuclear on Kraken too. Yeah, he was a bit spicy.
That gave you the lead. And then your wipe at Chaos. Actually, Tarnin went back for the tail. The class change.
Yeah. Yeah, all he really got was life 2 on the night, which can be a game changer. I just felt like the luck was kind of bad on Chaos, with only getting 1 temper off, and then Zap killing both of the non-ribboners, and then the big nuke setting up the death of my second party member, and just kind of whittled my night away from there with, I think, 1 or 2 tempers, which Chaos was a little too resilient for. So I just felt like the luck was bad on the Chaos, so I felt like if I got a good roll at it, a better roll, which I felt like I wouldn't get as bad a roll as I did that first time. I'd have a fair shot at it.
We are still trying to get Tarnin in here. We're probably going to be keeping the post-race interview brief, as we have another race coming up here very shortly. So just briefly, Arson, you moved to 2 and 3 now. You still are in it in the last chance qualifier. How are you feeling about that race and your chances to remain in the tournament?
The same as always. I feel like I executed pretty well overall. Like all 5 of my races, just things didn't work out. I think changed things up a little bit here and there every time, but I felt like I was pretty consistent. Just played against some really strong racers. They perform well, and sometimes you just lose, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just gotta feel confident in your execution. So I'll take the same approach as I did every other week.
Indeed, I thought you played very well. You were dealt some difficult hands. You adjusted. You minimized your time losses. The sail to Onrak was also on the table in the seed, and the seas were not a friendly place. Those sea hags had nuke.
Oh, well, I avoided it. The encounter table was nice, I guess, with the early run, but yeah, it was just rough parts all throughout, really. It was kind of interesting. It never really let up. A lot of adversity the entire way through. I was worried about dying in, I think it was Sky one time. It was giving me some business when the Banes weren't hitting and had kind of a lot of defense. But luckily I didn't.
We should have word from Tarnin shortly on if he will be joining us for the post-race interview. There was no war mech this seed, so I think both runners were able to escape that. Levels, I think, were a factor coming in as well. Tarnin had quite a bit more levels at that point, and with you having 2 red mages, I think it was a little more dicey on your end, but the second time through Temple, you executed very cleanly.
Yeah. I thought the first time wasn't too bad, just a little less lucky. But second time, the strats, the health pools, so you can adjust. And with all the nukes, it's like going down.
We're having issues getting the invite to Tarnin. He's not seeing it. Let me check in with the other race for just a moment. Hangry, any questions for Arson?
No, I'm just GG, buddy. You played that seed well. Just RNG luck didn't roll your way there in TOFR.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes. But thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Other than that, just like to thank Speed Gaming and my fellow commentators, Manochi and Star. It was fun. We had a good time. We had some laughs.
Yeah, I bet it was a fun seed for the viewers. So at least there was that much.
Just make sure all you fine viewers follow all the runners and the staff that made this possible. Hopefully we can get Tarnin in here to get a quick word. Mono, you have anything to say before we finish?
No, I'm just still trying to get Tarnin's in.
Cool. So just hang with us for a few more moments, folks, and hopefully we'll get Tarnin in here and we can get his idea of how this seed went.
We got a broadcaster's note here. Directly following this race, we have Mizada versus Twitch and Chilled. The runners are in the room now. They're awaiting word as we will transfer over to Speed Gaming 2 at the conclusion of this race. We're still trying to get Tarnin here for an interview. We really want to hear what he has to say after this race that was so close, and what a difficult seed.
Man, that Topher had me sweating, and I wasn't even playing the seed.
Oh, there he is.
Looks like he's in the setup room now.
Hey,
GG.
everybody. Thanks. That seed was absolutely insane. GG, ArsonHorse.
Yeah, great game, Tarnin. It was a fun one, and at least it was fun for them, right? Like we said.
Oh man, that has to have been amazing to watch. So, like, I know, I'm sorry, I'm jumping in with the questions. Did you wipe in Topher, and if so, how many times?
I only wiped once to Chaos on my first dive. He's started off first turn Zap. I got one temper off on the fighter. I didn't promote at all. He got Zap off second turn in the first round. Wiped my 2 non-ribbon holders. I didn't get another temper off, and it became swing and pray after I defensed up, and I couldn't break through, unfortunately. He had a little too much absorbed for like a 1 or 2 temper Mazda, so.
His absorb was high.
Yeah, I redove thinking I would get better RNG on the Chaos next time, and I did. It went pretty smoothly. He was pretty low HP, though, so it worked out.
I died to... I wiped most of my party to Whiz-Say-Hags on the water floor.
Oh.
And then Kraken took out the rest of my party. And I noped out, went and got the tail from Ordeals, got a level and life 2 charges.
Oh, yeah.
Redove and saw nothing scary at all.
Yeah, like, it was a rough one. Like, it was a rough seed all the way through, like I was telling the commentators, right? Like, did Garland give you any business in the beginning?
No, I got through Garland all right. I tempered up one of my fighters. What did Garland have?
Garland had Blaze, so it was basically if he casted it, you're done. So, yeah, I looted all the chests just fine. I was like, we should be able to do this with a Silver Axe 3 turns later. Blaze, so we had to start over from scratch. I kind of got scared, and I was like, well, if he blazes again, this is not going to be good. So I tried to loot out, go back to Corneria, get a house, and save. So that's what I ended up doing.
So, Tarnin, we don't really have...
Say-Hags?
I didn't see the nukes on the Say-Hags, but I saw the Whiz-Say-Hags with Blizzard.
They
I was close a couple times, yeah. Anyways.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I just got one question for you.
Yeah.
What did you think about that canoe?
I've practiced, I don't know, a dozen of these and then played now 5 rounds. That is the first time I have ever seen a canoe that deeply buried in the seed. That was amazing.
Yeah, we were all saying that too. Me and Mona were laughing the whole time you were going.
Well, at an hour and a half when I have to go and figure out where I left my boat in order to go back to Onrak in order to get a canoe. Like, I've never seen that before. That was amazing.
It was certainly a jaunt.
And luckily the item was right there on Waterfall that you needed to finish it off, so...
Oh, I was certain Waterfall was going to be a tail and just troll us even further. But then when it wasn't, I'm like, okay, alright, let's go. And then that unfortunate wipe. Oh man, 2 minutes difference. Like, I can't wait to watch this back. That's going to be so exciting. I hope it was exciting for all of you fine viewers at home.
It certainly was for us on the commentator booth. GG Tarnin, quick question here.
Yeah.
Tell us about your adjustment late and the tail play.
Yeah, so, basically, when I wiped to the Whiz-Say-Hags and then saw that Kraken had nuclear and hit hard, I got it in my head that, like, the way that I'm going to lose this race is by just face jamming against this over and over, wiping 2 more times against that seafloor, and then just never getting through while ArsonHorse gets a good sequence and gets through. And I'm like, I could be stubborn and do that and, like, hope. Or I can take, 5, 6, 8 minutes, go get a single life 2 charge, get my X-Cow, so it's going to shave like a round off of every fiend fight, equip the stronger armor so I have better resistances to all those nasty AoEs, and just invest basically the time of a Topher wipe in making sure I don't wipe again. It was a gamble that paid off. In another race it might not have. I obviously had to go get to the level 25 to get the first level on life. That's why I did that Gasty Badman grind on level 3. And yeah, it made Carry go down a lot faster. It made Lich go down, and Kraken go down in 2 rounds instead of 3. So all in all, I think it was a good play, but like, man, it could have not paid off.
Did you end up finding Masa?
I did. I had Mazza the whole game.
Jeez. Yeah, I got it a little later.
I got it. So after I got in the air, I checked one of the Cardia aisles and then like went on because like routing and distance, and I was trying to cut seconds. And then a little voice in the back of my head is like, "No, you still have 2 loose. You're gonna be digging out every dungeon you go to. You might as well check those extra Cardia chests." And I did, and there was a Mazza in it, and like that was just luck. I mean, that's 2 minutes difference right there, right?
Oh yeah, it's huge. It was definitely a game changer. It made me consolidate my decision not to promote, at least by default.
Yeah, I mean, my plan was to not as well, but then after that wipe, I got super spooked.
Yeah, it was a nasty one.
What was your party?
Double red mage, fighter, black mage.
That's what I figured you would take, because like I watched a couple of your races in preparation. I took double fighter because it's what I like in this tournament. I'm guessing that was known if you've watched any of my videos.
Yeah, I feel like both parties worked pretty well overall for this seed.
Yeah, once you found Provoca, that having triple nukes must have been super nice.
The triple nukes were nice, and the extra life 2 charge was pretty nice just for extra insurance.
Wow, yeah, you have double red, so you would have had 2 life 2 charges, so yeah. Dude, class changing for you is way totally not worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely with the double fighter, there'd be a lot more pressure for tail.
Yeah, I was worried that my red was going to die to Blizzard Wednesday hags again.
Any more very entertaining race.
Yeah. Was it fun to watch, Star?
It was. Right at the end there, we edged our seat. The early game was really a tale of 2 different races. I mean, Arson got a lot of bad luck early. The bones were pretty bad.
The bones were
moving along rather smoothly throughout.
Yeah, I got some good resets in. I got through the one bone fight that I almost wiped, who I lived through. And then I convinced myself to do Marsh earlier than I wanted to, and it was the right play because that's where Floater was. So, like, honestly, the chips fell in my direction a number of times in this seed. So, like, I feel good, but also kind of like, I mean, I felt going into this race that it was going to be a coin flip because I know ArsonHorse is faster than me. And I feel like sometimes I make stronger macro plays than the couple of races of his that I watched. And so I felt like it was really 50-50, and when chips started going my way and like I played through in my head how they might have gone otherwise for him, I felt good. I felt like I was in the lead from about an hour on.
Yeah, I felt like when I checked, IRC after my first wipe, I saw it wasn't over yet, so I figured it was really close at that point, especially.
Oh yeah, when I chose to walk away from Topher, I'm like, either I'm gonna win by like 30 seconds, or he's gonna finish while I'm leveling. One of those 2 things is gonna happen. And I kept glancing over, and you kept not being done. I'm like, oh good.
Well, we're going to move on to some final thoughts here. We have another exciting race happening over on SG2. We'll start with you, Arson. Again, you've still got a chance here with the last chance qualifier. I do expect you'll be a strong contender in that race. Final thoughts after the race today and moving forward?
Yeah, just like I said before, great game, Tarnin. Thanks to the commentators, thanks to Speed Gaming, and thanks to everyone who watched. It was a fun one, even though it obviously didn't go my way, but like I said, sometimes it just doesn't, and that's fine. So, great game, everyone, and let's see how this Swiss round finishes out.
Yeah.
ArsonHorse fans, make sure to give Arson, all your follows, all your energy. He's going to need it for the big race coming up. Tarnin, you moved to 3-2. You've qualified for the play-in race. Tell us your thoughts.
Well, first of all, GG ArsonHorse, like 2 minutes, that's so close. On a 2-hour seed, 2 minutes is just, it's nothing, less than 2% time difference. I hope it was fun, everyone watching at home. Thanks, Comms. Thanks, Monozar, Hangry, and everyone else, SG4, everyone involved in it. I hope that it was great to watch. If you watch this and it looks fun, come join the Discord. We'll help you. We'll get you up to speed. We'll help you learn to play. It's a great game. Great group of people. Just come say hi. Even if you don't want to play, come say hi.
A hard reset.
Oh, yeah?
Final thoughts. Did we lose you, Hangry?
Oh, no, I didn't know you said me. I just heard final thoughts. No, that was fun to commentate. GG to both runners. It was a really good match to watch. I was really on the edge of my seat at that final Topher.
Yeah,
So,
I imagine.
you guys both did a good job, and I really, if I make the plane race, I really don't want to see you in there, Harrison.
Mono,
Don't
final
worry.
thoughts.
Something
that
won't
was
go
a-
my way.
That was a really good race, guys. I liked the canoe. I had a good time. Good game.
Thanks, man. What about you, Zara? Final thoughts?
Yeah, just a big thank you to Speed Gaming. A big thank you to our crew today. Thank you to Mono and Hangry for coming in the booth. Thank you to Tarnin and ArsonHorse for an amazing race. I'm sure you guys will love the VOD. Thank you to our tracker. We've got Captain Nerd and Turnex on the track today. Thank you so much for working behind the scenes, keeping this race up to track. Programming note, coming up here shortly on SG in about 40 minutes, we have the Link to the Past, OWG, Overworld Glitches Tournament. So be sure to stay here. It's going to be JC versus PRD Wong. You won't want to miss that race. Some exciting Link to the Past action. And coming up for the spring tournament, we of course have Mazada and Twitch and Chill. That's underway right now on Speed Gaming 2. Be sure to check that out. Tomorrow, starting at 7 p.m., we have Solaris Drix versus Jay Coper. Jay Coper, a popular runner. Solaris Drix, been playing very strong throughout this tournament. We also have Battle of the Undefeateds tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be, I believe, on Speed Gaming. We're not sure yet. Crab Cakes versus Edgeworth. The two titans of this tournament, both undefeated, looking to continue their path through the tournament to the bracket stages. That's going to be a super hype match. Make sure you don't miss that.
I cannot wait to watch that.
We also have an hour after that. We have Melee Wizard versus Braxis Muse. Both of these runners looking to make a path of momentum for themselves, moving into the bracket stages and the play-in race. And lastly, tomorrow we have SVJ, St. Bon Jester, versus Gregory Puff. And that's going to be starting 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. So stay tuned to the Discord for all the latest and schedules. We have a lot of races going on. And as the tournament nears the bracket stages, a reminder to check out our polls. The polls will be closing at the conclusion of the bracket stages, and you, the fans, will determine our bonus stream. And with that, for Hangry Canuck, Monochi, and all of our crew here at Final Fantasy Randomizer, thank you so much for watching this evening. Team Vorpal.